I have a ministry called Friends Reaching Friends, and we used to do concerts for the city of Dallas. Now, a lot of people thought it was crazy, say it's not going to happen, it's not going to pan out. A lot of people said the ministry is not going to pan out. But we did it for 9 years, and I got proof. We did an awesome job. I got a letter from the former mayor, Ron Kirk, saying we did an awesome job for the city of Dallas, helping the needy. But see, a lot of people thought we're crazy. Well, me especially. So it's not going to work. It's not going to pan out. You don't have the funds. Who's going to be involved? It got to a point it was growing. That a lot of churches around the Dallas-Fort Worth area want to be involved. I was on Daystar, I was at TBN, talking about what we were doing for the city of Dallas. That's why a lot of people recognized me. It was great for 9 years until Laura Mayer took over as mayor and shut it down. But then again, I felt like God was closing the door on that, because that's when I started doing mission work out. And, went to Thailand, and of course now I'm going to the Philippines. But I can easily just say, forget about all this. People are just saying it's not going to work and they're going to pan out. How's it going to be funded? You don't know what you're doing. You're not smart enough. You're not a smart businessman. I was just hearing it from basically a lot of Christian people. There was one group, I'm not going to mention it, but powerful guys, bodybuilders, or, and I asked the leader of the group, hey, we got this event we're doing, and he said, well, what names are going to be out there? First, I didn't understand what he was talking about. I said, names? Yeah, what names are going to be out there? And I said, well, finally clicked what he was saying. I said, Jesus. And then he said, well, I think that day you told me, yeah, I think I'm going to be in San Antonio. I said, you think, or you just don't want to do this? And I had some other people on a radio show, Christian radio shows, didn't want to do it because they never heard of it and they didn't think it was going to pan out. Well, it did great for 9 years. But I can easily say, forget about this. People are putting me down. Hey, like this radio show, when I started, I say this time after time, people I grew up with and went to school with. This is not going to amount to anything. You are not a good example. Your wording is not going to amount to anything because of your past. And I always say, thank you. Thank you for reminding me of my past. But look where I'm at today. I can tell you where you're going with that attitude, but that's not my place. I'm not there to judge people. But you think you're almighty and all holy because you go to church and say holy, holy, holy and praise God and everything, and the rest of the week you're just criticizing people. And then all of a sudden, let's say the rapture happens and boop, certain people are gone. You're standing there and say, hey, why I didn't go? Because you were too busy being just judgmental. Now, like I said, the letter U is very strong. It's how you can hurt somebody or you can encourage somebody. It depends how you want to use that letter or the word you. Y-O-U. Like I said, you don't hear the Y-O unless you want to say yo, 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 you. But I can easily have given up many, many times. But I don't. I remember I was working at this one church, and this one associate pastor told me, he said, you know what, something about you that the rest of us really have a problem. I said, what was that? Well, you're very persistent, and you get things done, but you're just a real pain in the butt. The way you go about it, the way you do things. I said, well, I get results. I get it done. The pastor of the church is not complaining. He just want to know what's the matter with you. The rest of you guys, why are you not getting anything accomplished? And that's what the associate pastor was saying. That's the problem. You get everything done quickly. I said, well, it's just not me. Plus everybody that's involved. I had about 32 volunteers involved in the homeless ministry. And then again, like I told the pastor, because he was asking me, how are you getting everything accomplished? What are you guys doing? I said, well, I'm just doing what you told us to do. And he said, what's that? I said, well, we're doing the old-fashioned way. We're just praying to God. And pastor told everybody, I said, why can't you guys just do that? So simple. But you guys are too busy trying to be better than your fellow co-worker. I'm being nice about it. But you have a right to stand up and do what God put in your heart. You know, I have people always tell me, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And I'll say, yes. And they say, no way. And I say, yes way. And they say, impossible. I say, all things are possible through Jesus Christ. If you know this is God, it's going to happen. You're going to have a lot of people for you and praying for you, and they're going to make it happen. But there's always just one person. It's going to be, what's that say? Pain on your side, or your thorn on your side, or whatever you want to call it. But you have the ability to put a stop to it. You can pray for that brother, encourage that brother, be part of your team and everything. But if that person still refuses to listen to you, then you have an option to say, be gone. You're probably better off somewhere else. But that's, always make sure you pray about it. And God put it in your heart very strong. He said, it's time to remove that person. Because that person is going to bring negativity into the group. And what's going to happen? You're going to have a divided ministry. That's what's going to happen. But anyway, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to get something to drink. My throat is getting a little dry. And I'll be back and talk more about the title of the show, Need You.
In the darkest hour, when I cannot breathe, fear is on my chest, the weight of the world on me. Everything's crashing down, everything I've known. When I wonder if I'm all alone, I remember. I can't stop thinking about your goodness, goodness. I can't stop thinking about, I can't stop thinking about, I can't stop thinking about your goodness, goodness. I can't stop thinking about, I can't stop thinking about, I can't stop thinking about your goodness, goodness.
Yes, sir. I was just, listening to that song. I just remember back when I used to run track and everything. And I remember this one race. And matter of fact, somebody took this picture. I explained the picture in just a second, but I remember this one race. It was a relay. And the first three guys ran a quarter, but the anchor, which I was an anchor, I had to run an 880. And I was a bitty little dude. I was like, I think 5'6". I'm about 5'9" right now. And but the time, and I was running against three tall, I say mountains of a guy, giants. Okay, but they pointed at this one guy and said, "That's the guy you need to beat." I said, "Oh my goodness," and he's undefeated. Well, I also was undefeated in track. But anyway, the time I got the baton, I was in fourth place. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take it one step at a time. I'm going to focus on the guy that's ahead of me, which I caught up with him as soon as we were around the curve. I start passing them up. And as a rule, you never really want to pass anybody when you're going around the curve, the turn, because it takes a lot out of you. Wait until you go to the straightaway. And that's what I did. I passed them up. It's no problem. A little winded, but no problem. Anyway, I start coming up to the second guy, and of course, going around the turn and everything. And then right when we got to the quarter mile, like remember it's an 880, two quarters, twice around the track. I caught up with him, and then I passed him up. Well, going around the curve, I decided to wait till I catch up with the main guy they told me I have to beat. And this guy is like 6 foot, and I'm 5'6". So anyway, I caught up with him in the other side at the 330 mark. And this is it. Well, this is 330 coming down to 220. Then going around the curve to the 110. And then all of a sudden, and I was getting tired. I was about to give up. I said, I can't beat this guy because, like I said, he's 6 foot. I'm 5'6", and his foot, I know I'm exaggerating here. It seemed like I was close to his foot. It's like it's coming right into my face. And of course, we're in track shoes and you got spikes. But then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, from the background, there's noises going on, people are cheering, people are clapping and everything, but I heard this one voice, clear as can be, like it whispered in my ears, and that voice said, "Now." I don't know what came over me. It's like I had a burst of energy. As soon as I passed the 110, we had 100 yards left. Something came over me. It's like a gust of wind, whatever you want to call it. I had the strength and the energy. I had a strong kick, and I started passing them up. And then, of course, somebody took a perfect picture of me passing them up. Well, there's a mountain of a giants looking down on me like he's just freaking out and everything. He goes, "Oh, my God, I'm getting passed up," because remember, he's undefeated, and I'm undefeated in track. And then all of a sudden, at the finish line, I see this old man, white hair is going to be, shiny, glowing, whatever you want to call it, just arms wide open, and says, "You can do it. You can do it. Don't give up. Come to me. Come to me." And I sprinted as hard as I can. And as soon as I finished that finish line, cross over that finish line, I was about to collapse, and he caught me. And he said, "You did it." And as he turned me around, he said, "Look at that mountain of a giant." And that mountain of a giant was laying down on the track, gasping for air, and his trainers were bringing him oxygen because he was gasping for air, and he was in a lot of pain. And when I stood up, it's like I had, my strength came back and everything, and I looked, and that old man said, "You beat that mountain of a giant." And of course, with that, we won the championship. We needed to win, come first place, and we did. And that was a long time ago, back in the 70s. And I just remember that, and other challenges in my life that I had to deal with.